Excited to be here again on Epic Interviews. My name is Samantha, and just want to tell everybody that Lisa, who's working in the background, hi Lisa, thank you. Lisa and I are so honored to be vehicles of love and light for our world, for our community, and for you. So, being here with you is truly, truly a blessing, and I thank you. And we have another huge blessing today to share with you. I am so delighted to introduce you to Marie Marchessault. And Marie, I know I said that right. So, Marie is Usui and Rainbow Reiki loving and light filled being who's going to share her joy with you. I just met Marie a few minutes ago. Lisa had the blessing of meeting Marie, I believe she said maybe a year ago at the Riverbend bookstore. And immediately Marie became part of our tribe. Before Epic even published, Marie knew about Epic. So I'm going to bring Marie on in a moment. Please give her your love and your light as we walk together through this time. So we are going to bring Marie in. Hi, Marie.
Samantha, just so you know, it's Marchessault, and that's fine.
I was closer. I was closer.
It's a tough one.
Welcome,
Thank
welcome, welcome. I am so glad that you're here with us.
I'm,
Um,
I'm so happy to be here. Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you. So we had talked a little bit earlier about your journey, but would you share that with our beloved tribe that's watching and that will watch? Tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, well, in my life's experience, I have been a nurse, a speech language pathologist for most of my career, and I've studied many forms of energy healing. And I met Walter Lubeck in 2003, and I began studying with him, and I have been studying with him ever since. He is a remarkable and world-renowned spiritual healer and teacher and musician and author. He has written like 25 books. Many of them have been translated into many languages, and I have been blessed with hosting him in the United States several times. Most recently, this past 7 days, in which we did some wonderful classes on Zoom. And it was really interesting because he was going to be here to teach them. And although he teaches many classes on Zoom, these particular classes, which are the first and second degree of Rainbow Reiki, and this incredible new class he developed, is called the Wizard. And you truly are a wizard once you take this
I
class.
love it. It sounds awesome.
Yes, it really is, and they went so well. And as I had said to you earlier, with the breakout rooms, we had opportunity to practice things with each other in small groups, and then in between, like the breaks and lunch and stuff, we talked with each other via Zoom with that grid view. And so it was a wonderful, intimate, and excellent learning experience. And so I teach. There are only 5 of us who can teach Rainbow Reiki in the United States right now, and I can teach. And it has been updated over the years because Walter receives all these incredible methods, more efficient, more effective from the divine, and so he passes them on to us. And so I teach Rainbow Reiki first and second degree, and I also teach relationship classes um, in regard to family relationships, loving relationships, work relationships, and these are wonderful methods to help you harmonize these relationships and develop the love and your own understanding of yourself in that relationship. So, and now I'll soon be teaching something called professional practitioner. Walter is going to be teaching them on Zoom in English the third week in May. So when I get all the information, I'll be posting that on my Facebook site. And I guess Samantha has indicated that it will be available on their site, Epic site too, which is such a blessing. I'm so grateful for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, and I teach. Walter also teaches other things. He teaches like 250 different other things, and I've also been trained with him in teaching and doing angel healing. So I teach meeting the angels and the crystal path of the angels. They're such beautiful classes. And I'll be doing those via Zoom probably in the early part of June. I was going to be doing them in Pittsburgh, but I don't think I'm going to be going to Pittsburgh in June. So I will be off that.
Now we can all join you though. We can all join via Zoom and all these beautiful, you know, avenues that we have that have opened up. And I can see and I can feel your compassionate energy. I can feel your joy. And when we first connected earlier, it was instant that I felt that connection. And I'm so grateful that you're here and listening to your prior careers as a speech pathologist. You've always been serving. You've always been that vessel of healing and love and light. And right now, as we journey through these uncertain times, and we increase our connections through Zoom and so on and so forth, what tools are you using yourself to sustain you through this transition into
Oh,
transformation?
there are so many tools. For myself personally,
Yeah.
we in Rainbow Reiki, we have a 20-minute healing session that you can do personally with groups of people at distance. It's called a Marchessault, in which you set up positions all over your body to receive 20 minutes of all kinds of healing energy. Of course, Reiki energy, angel energy, and it is a wonderful healing experience. It maintains your health and well-being in every area. And then, and in addition to that, you can do these healing songs, and there's a whole set of them that really address the coronavirus issues in terms of the virus, the lungs, the spiritual issues that are part of the coronavirus situation, which I could talk about a little bit if you like.
Oh, absolutely. Please do.
Well, as we all know, this is a huge thing that mankind is dealing with, and it does have a lot of spiritual lessons available to us. Now, we know the coronavirus really attacks the lungs. And as a population, what have we as mankind done to the lungs of our earth? What are the lungs of our earth? They're the trees. They're the greenery that exchanges carbon dioxide for us to be able to breathe as oxygen. And what are we doing to the lungs of the earth? And so now we are getting our consciousness raised to what happens when the lungs are impacted and how we die when we can die, not that we're going to it.
Yeah,
So
no,
this
I
is,
hear you.
so this is bringing our attention, our focus to a really important spiritual issue and a practical issue. We need to do something in a very dramatic way to help save our earth, to save ourselves.
Yeah.
So we have to connect to Mother Earth in a way that is much more healing. That is healing, because we have not done our job as a species, as mankind, to take care of the lungs of the earth and to be really active about protecting them and healing them. Okay, another thing that we can learn from this coronavirus. We have been getting a lot of influence about, you know, everybody outside of our country don't want to let them in, and this is around the world. It isn't just our country. The forces of nationalism and isolation. We keep everybody out and just take care of ourselves. So this lesson with the coronavirus is we can't save us unless we save everyone. We have to do this as a global effort in order to get this virus tampered down and less harmful. We have to work together. So this raises a spiritual question. Do we want to unite and fight together to conquer the virus and to conquer other issues, perhaps? Or do we want to stay divided and look to leaders who tell us, no, just us, trust us. So that's another very important spiritual lesson. But also, in terms of spirituality, our lungs and heart are connected as a function, not only physically, you need both to live, but also spiritually. The lungs interacts with our world, and our heart connects our spiritual to our physical. And if we act from our heart, we act from love, and we bring positive forces to our world. So we need to focus on acting from love, acting from our heart chakra to be able to support our lungs to interact with love with the world. Um, and doing these things, looking at things in a spiritual way, also brings in the spiritual principle of personal responsibility. Each of us individually have a personal responsibility to address these issues, taking care of the earth, taking care of our lungs, reacting with love to those not only in our immediate space, but beyond our immediate space. Personal responsibility, what we do, not what everybody else does, but what are we doing to contribute to these more positive outcomes. And another lesson is we don't have to die just because we get old. You know, the coronavirus has really focused on the older population dying. It's because we're weakened as oftentimes as we get older. You know, we have this problem and that problem and the other problem. Well, we don't have to if we really take care of ourselves and our environment. We can stay quite healthy. I won't tell you how old I am, but for a woman of my years, I have, and I knock on wood, and I'm very grateful. I have not an ache or a pain in my body. I'm just so grateful. And I know it's because not only the energy work I do, but because I have learned to take on personal responsibility and do my part in whatever way I can to contribute to that which is good in the world and to act out of a loving heart. And that is through my spiritual training. So that's another thing we need to consider, that we need to eat properly. We need to protect our environment so we can breathe properly. We need to sleep well. We need to drink lots of water. Remember, water, half of your body weight in ounces. Drink every day. Every day. Half of your weight in ounces. Drink every day. And also things like taking vitamin C and increase. Linus Pauling, two-time Nobel Prize winner, has written books about vitamin C, and it does wonders for boosting your immune system. And at this time, taking, 4 to 6 grams a day is a good idea because they have actually been using IV vitamin C in New York hospitals to help patients who were severely affected by.
What was that they're using, Marie?
IV vitamin C, high dose,
IV. Okay.
intravenous, high doses. And actually, some people used it during the polio crisis and had success with it.
With vitamin C.
Wow. The other thing is zinc. Zinc does a wonderful job of helping boost the immune system. This is also O.P.C, which is a very strong antioxidant. So these are just some basic things that can help us improve our systems and build our immune system to fight off whatever comes our way.
Right. And you mentioned also rest, allowing our bodies to rest and to simply be still. What helps that natural rejuvenation your email alone is Reiki Marie. Reiki Rejuvenation is your business. So yeah, rejuvenating on all different levels, physical, spiritual, and emotional.
Absolutely. And to connect with nature. You were commenting earlier when we were talking how you see so many people outside, and what a good thing that is.
Yeah.
We need to be more related to Mother Earth, to honor her, to enjoy her, to heal her.
Yeah.
So that's really important. Yes.
And love her. That all falls under, just love her as the great mother that she is.
Yes.
And to do our part to love her, whether it be, recycling, any little small effort is going to make a difference
Mhm.
And on that personal level, we really can. For
Mhm.
Epic, our print process is all, environmentally friendly. For every tree that is cut, 10 more are planted, for example. I don't know the exact equation right now. We'll post it later. But it is, a replanting process that we use just to print Epic. Um, and there's so many different ways. You know, the water, keep the waters clean. Now,
Yes.
with the water, I myself am a Reiki master
Mhm.
teacher,
Mhm.
and I know there's a lot of Reiki practitioners watching. We can
Mhm.
bless our water, our
Mhm.
individual
Mhm.
cups, even
That's
before we
right.
drink them to help balance them.
Right. And your
Um,
food, and your food, and your
right.
plants. Yep.
And anything, really. And as a collective, that's something, as if we do this on a personal level, that ripple is going to just expand and expand and expand. Um,
It's true.
do you have any more tips you want to share with us on the immune? And I
And
love talking to you.
I enjoy talking with you too.
Thank you.
But the one thing, another thing, another added blessing of Rainbow Reiki is that you learn a lot of healing songs. And there's a whole set of them that I use with my family, with my water. Every day I'm blessing a whole bunch of water with a lot of these healing songs that are directed to the coronavirus, supporting the um, the process of not of keeping it out of your body, kind of a
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
And when I was talking about spiritualists, there was just one more.
Okay.
Is that in order to accomplish all those, in order to best in order to accomplish and learn these spiritual lessons, energy work is really important, because energy work heals the underlying aspects that fight the virus. So you need to heal the blocks to healing our lungs and Mother Earth's lungs, what's blocking us from doing what we need to do. We need to also heal blocks to our own spiritual gifts that can help creation, and we need to heal blocks to these ideas of illness comes with old age. We need to heal our blocks in regard to isolationism and nationalism, heal those things that make us think that, oh, yes, we have to do this, we have to do this.
Yeah.
And heal our blocks to relating to people with love. We need to heal. We have so many blocks within us, and that's something that is a very big part of what I do. I help people recognize what it is in themselves that they need to let go of. I help them let go of them by a variety of methods and bring in the love and light that is who they really are, so that they can recognize what their true purpose is here on earth. What is their true soul path, so that they can walk it with love and with joy.
Right. Right.
So
And it's so important for each person to find that soul path.
it is.
Um,
It is. And there are so many blocks to it. Our subconscious has a lot of stuff in it that we that has been pounded into us from
mhm.
generations,
Right.
years, thousands of years.
We had talked about the almost we're programmed. And Maria and I were talking earlier about all the new lessons we're learning through this time of being at home through technology, through the technology. Same thing. We have to walk through the blocks of that and learn how to use all these new tools. We have to also learn how to walk through the blocks that are within us, keeping us from experiencing and sharing our whole soul self.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and what a beautiful opportunity that is, just us being here. i
Mhm.
can i can feel your vibration. I cannot wait to meet you and hug you.
Oh, thank you. Me too. I feel the same.
Yeah. And we have a beautiful mutual friend, Karen. And I know that there are no coincidences that we have been brought together, um, for a much higher purpose. um,
And I agree with what you had said earlier, that this virus presents us with great opportunities to do that. I feel that there's going to be a real surge forward in this direction. And when I think of the Chinese kanji for crisis, it's opportunity. It is. This is a huge opportunity, but we have to take on the responsibility, personal responsibility, to seize that opportunity and do what we can do to contribute to the growth of love for each other in this world, and most importantly for ourselves. Oh, we need so much help with getting rid of those blocks, to
Right.
realizing that we are loving beings who are deeply loved by the divine, and that we can experience that once we let go of those blocks that keep us from recognizing that. That is just so important, because as we love ourselves, we can give more love to others. Then the cup overflows,
Right.
because the cup can't overflow if that cup is empty.
Right.
If you
What
don't,
I saw was the old oxygen mask analogy, where we have to feed ourselves first the oxygen,
yeah,
um, before we can help others. And how true is that? And part of my journey, has been to really do, well, probably everybody's journey has been to really do that deep personal work.
yes,
But what I wanted to share also is, no matter where you are on your journey, whether you're just starting out or you've been, dabbling, sticking your toe in the waters here and there, we all have a gift to bring. We all have a great gift to bring. And if there's anybody out there that's denying themselves the opportunity to share that gift, really contact me. I'm sure Marie would love to talk to you. It's about cultivating that garden within you to
yes.
bring forth the bouquet that you are, and just simply be you, bring you, and that's what the world needs. That's what we
Oh,
need.
that was so be said. So beautifully said. It is so true. It
Yeah,
is so true. And
yeah,
I think once you realize that, you are a divine spark, we are all part of the divine. And God, we love the divine. The divine is us. So we love us.
right, right.
And to get through all those things that we have in our subconscious, like, oh, you can never get anything right, or, oh, you're just always a pain. The things we heard. It's amazing how even one little statement from an authority figure can mar your self-perception.
Yeah.
And just a simple example, my husband, when he was a young man, when he had his physical, the doctor told me he was obese. He wasn't obese, but my husband always had this feeling that he was obese
Hmm.
so much of his life.
Yeah,
This is a doctor saying, when he wasn't, maybe he was probably in his late teens, and he wasn't at all.
right. But it stuck with him. It
Yes.
made an impression somewhere in his subconscious.
It
And
gets in that,
yeah,
stuck in there. And just think of all the things that so many people are told very early in life, repeatedly over time, that are stuck there. And so we got to get it unstuck
right.
and let it
And
go.
no. And then I think that comes into forgiveness, forgiving those who may have implanted, those ideas and those thoughts, because they simply were doing what they knew. My grandmother comes to mind. One of my greatest heroes was my grandmother, but I can remember her saying, you'll never amount to nothing," she used to say.
Yes, they would do
"You'll
that.
never amount to nothing." I said, "What does that mean?" And I know that she taught what she learned, and
And
she
sometimes,
really changed that.
and she may have thought, by telling you that, you're going to really make something of yourself. But
Oh,
that's not the message a child gets when they're told that.
right, right. And that's what and to be honest, that's what I did. I dove into the schoolwork. I dove into the books when I was younger, and I believe 110% her intent was of love.
Okay.
How it was received in my body and tucked away in my subconscious, that's a different story.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
so it's beautiful that now I believe we're all here during this time to be the bringers, to change um, that talk, and that ego way of thinking. I would could never imagine telling my grandchildren anything like that. and that is where this huge shift. We're on this shift. We're right there, and I know that
I
we're,
agree.
we're going to take that one step over the tipping point, and brand new opportunities and growth and love and healing. It's all going to happen. It's all going to happen.
And that's not to say it's going to be an easy journey.
Oh no.
It's not an easy journey, but it's a great opportunity that we need to take in order to save ourselves and our earth.
And together we can.
Yes, we
Together
can. Together we can.
together we can.
Yes, all the
Together we
light
can.
workers have to come together and put that force.
Right. Right. So, my dear, we're going to begin to wrap it up, and I appreciate your time and your light and your sharing. And I'm looking forward to meeting with you physically, personally, giving you a big hug. Thank you for sharing. We're going to post Marie's Facebook page links. Lisa's doing that on the sideline. Thank you, Lisa. Also, Marie had mentioned I'm going to get together with her, get some virtual events that she's going to be presenting. We'll tell you where you can go to find all that information. Um, Again, all I can say is thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
and I
Thank
say
you.
thank you to you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. And many blessings to you.
Thank you. And to all the epic peeps out there, smile, go out for a walk, you know, um, just be you and love you because we love you and we appreciate you.
Mm.
And until tomorrow when I'm back live, be well, be healthy, and be you.
And I send my love to you all also.
Thank you. Peace out, Epic Scouts. Bye, Marie.
Bye bye. Bye, everyone.